Hey everyone, so let me show you how to use this mockup template. As I mentioned in class, there's a few kind of tricky components to it that might be worth going into a bit of a deeper dive at a later date, but for now I'll just give you the high points. So when you open this from our Google Drive, um, what you're going to come up with is this Photoshop file that has hopefully some intuitively named layers such as tags, which is where this Gildan tag, or Glidden tag rather, lives. Hot dog is of course the hot dog on the sleeve. What you want to affect with your design is this design layer, and this is a smart object, and to access the actual design on this we're going to double click, and that's going to open up a secondary file called design.psd that is built into this overarching kind of Sweatshirt Mockup.psd file that's in the Google Drive. The next thing we're going to do is come over to Illustrator and copy our design. You'll notice that I've taken this Piggly Wiggly design and made it white. Whatever color you make it is going to be what color it is in Photoshop, so you need to change that now. And then you need to copy, so I'm just going to hit Command C, and then I'm going to switch back over to Photoshop, and on this I'm going to paste, Command V as in Victor, and I'm going to select pixels in this instance and click OK. Now I want to hold down Shift to transform this to scale this proportionally. I'm also going to hold down the Option key at the same time, so I'm holding down Shift Option so that it scales to the center, and I'm going to make it about, in this case, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 1600 pixels tall. And then I'm going to double click in here to finalize the change, and I am going to drag this down into the design folder here, and I'll name this Piggly Wiggly so I can keep track of it. Once I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to hit Command S for save, and it's going to give me this error that I still have no idea what it's about. It's looking for a smart object file that it can't find. I don't know where it went. But it has no real bearing on this, so just click OK and then forget about it. We're going to bounce over to here, and there is your design. Now that looks a little big to me. What you're trying to do is make your layout here reconcile with whatever it is in physical space, the one you made in our class. So if you need to resize it a little bit, just come back over here, hit Command T as in transform, and I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Click Save again so that it'll show up on my original. Maybe that's a little better. And then I'm going to move this layer around using my arrow keys. And once I've decided that that's good enough, I can come back here to the background color and change that if I'd like. So I'm going to double click on that. It'll pull up the palette. Maybe I want this to be kind of a grayish color. I'll click OK. And then finally, I'm going to save as. And I'm going to select PNG. And I'll give it a name like Wiley Sweatshirt Mockup. Whatever it is, it needs to have your name included in there, and then I'm going to click Save and then I'll put that in the Google Drive, and that'll be all you have to do. Let me know if you have any questions on Slack. Thanks.